Greetings, Orphanites. Welcome back to our filmmaking vlog here on the orphanmovie.com. As always, I'm your host, Jonathan Russell. And we want to apologize right off the bat for the last couple of weeks. We've had a lot going on. We missed 2 weeks of vlogs. We were trying to not miss any, and then we went and missed 2. Jacob's in his last year of school. They're just hammering him with homework, and last week worked 50 hours. We've got a lot going on at work, so we just had a lot of real life intruding and keeping us from being able to get our schedules to match well enough to do the vlogs the last couple of weeks. I can't really say there was a whole lot that you missed out on. I mean, there's not a whole lot new, so this was actually going to be kind of short. As far as who's on first, Jacob's finished the rough cut and done the color adjustment, and he's starting to work on the sound for it. Hopefully we're going to be getting that out in the next couple of weeks here. We're looking forward to doing that, and I don't remember if I mentioned it before or not, but we're going to be releasing it to our email subscribers first. So if you haven't yet, you need to go subscribe to our email. You'll be one of the first to get to see it. As far as our second film that we're looking at making, we haven't made a lot of progress yet. I've been kind of dragging my feet on it because of work. I'm about to start doing some of the pre-production work on it, though. I've looked into a couple of different things, and I'm about to put out some feelers as far as casting. I'm going to probably do open call auditions, but I'm looking for recommendations from people because one of the characters is a child, and I'd like some people that know some child actors to actually recommend people that they think that would be good for the part. As far as the third one, I hadn't really made any progress on that one yet. That's the one that I'm hoping to do a sort of a mashup with Edgar Allan Poe and William Shakespeare. I've got my resource material. I just hadn't had a chance to go through it yet, start marking things and looking at all that yet. So things are kind of moving slowly along on that. They're moving faster on who's on first. Like I said, we're going to be getting that out soon. Like I said, this is going to be a short one because as far as those things go, there's not a whole lot else to talk about. Halloween's coming up next week, of course, and so I thought maybe I'd throw out a few movie suggestions for you, a few movies that are appropriate for watching at Halloween time. Of course, there's always John Carpenter's Halloween. I personally haven't actually seen it, I know, but I'm just not really ever gotten into the slasher genre. I mean, I know that there's a place for it, and I understand why people like it, and I mean, there's a reason they made 38 different Halloween movies, and reason that Blumhouse has just come out with a new version of it, which actually I'm kind of intrigued by. It kind of makes me want to go back and watch the first one and then go see this one. Let's just skip the ones in the middle. I don't know if I'll do that or not. Other good movies, some of my favorites since I was a kid, the old Universal monster movies. The Frankenstein, the Wolfman, Dracula. I know they're old, I know they're black and white, I know there's not car chases, there's not explosions, there's not big special effects or anything like that, but they are really good movies, and they are where all of this came from. If you really want to go further back, go back to the silent era. Watch Lon Chaney's turn as the Phantom of the Opera. This guy was known as the Man of a Million Faces. He did all of his own makeup work, and what he did, from what I've read in the Phantom of the Opera, in order to give his face a skull-like features, he actually put springs in his nostrils to cause his nose to turn up and his nostrils to flare. He used I can't remember what it's called. It's some colloidal something or other discs that he put in his cheeks to build up his cheekbones. He used cotton and wax and all of this stuff. It's really a cool makeup, considering it was done in 1925, 24, something like that, somewhere around that era. More contemporary movies, Get Out. If you haven't seen that, watch Get Out. That's really good. Another one that's really good is Lights Out. The Conjuring movies, I really like the Conjuring movies. Those are good to watch. Something I watched not too long ago that I don't think really got a whole lot of attention, that I think would be a good movie worth checking out, is The Autopsy of Jane Doe. It's an interesting movie. I felt like the ending was a little bit weak, kind of like they hurried up and tied the loose ends, but it was still a really good movie. It was very interesting, and I would highly recommend that. One of my favorite movies is The Changeling. There was a movie a few years back called Changeling with Angelina Jolie. It's not that. It's The Changeling with George C. Scott. It came out in 1980, I think it was. It's a really good ghost story, and it was actually a little bit of what helped inspire me to write The Orphan. Another movie from 1980, of course, you got to check out if you haven't already, and this is a good time of year to do it. Stanley Kubrick's The Shining. Probably what's going to be number one on most people's list of all-time great horror movies. It's just got incredible performances, and of course Stanley Kubrick was a genius anyways. So if you haven't checked that out, absolutely check it out. Even if you don't do it during Halloween, you've got to see The Shining. But pretty much wrap it up. That's about all the ideas I really have I wanted to throw out there. Like I said, if you want to be one of the first to see who's on first, sign up for our email list on the website. The website, of course, is www.theorphanmovie.com. There's a link there for contact that'll take you to the sign up page for the email list. You can find us also on social media. The Orphan Movie is the name. That's on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. We also have the new little Facebook group there for the Orphan Movie for discussion. If you want to just email us, realorphanmovie@gmail.com is the address to send things to. And I think that pretty much wraps it up for us. Happy Halloween. Look out for Michael Myers, I guess, next week. He's supposed to be out of prison now. Anyways, that'll wrap it up for us, and we'll see you next week. We will, one way or another, by hook or crook, we will get another vlog out next week. Until then, we'll see ya.